All right. What's going on, guys? Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Rested up. Got some space from the charts. Studied a little bit when they could, you know. It's always good to take a little break, you know. Get our minds off the trading. Usually Monday I trade the best. I'm like fresh, you know. All right. Let's see. What's up, Peter? Gus, what's up? JB, good morning. Chad, good morning. Skull, good morning. What do we got today? What do we got today for October 14, 2024 at roughly 9:04 p.m. Eastern Time? What do we got? So Verb is actually our second leading gapper. But it's getting the most price action here at pre-market. The most tradable sort of front side price action. So we can review this one first. Let me clear my drawing set. This is a second day move, second day continuation on Verb. We can take a look at the news catalysts. So on the 11th, okay, so the 11th day, the company announced that they're undervalued and that they should be trading at $22 per share right now. So the stock rips from 5 to 10. Day 2, which is today, news comes out, press release, letter to stockholders. I want to take this opportunity from the CEO to share some information about the company. Specifically, I want to address the recent reverse stock split. Okay. Our market cap is approximately 3.8 million, and as of our last Form 10Q, we had cash in the bank approximately 17 million. The only debt we have is ridiculously small. So he's trying to pump their stock here. So he's trying to convince, he's like, oh yeah, our debt it's ridiculously small. It's a low interest rate. It's literally the catalyst is our only debt is ridiculously small with a low interest rate, 3.75%, a low payment, 30-year term, SBA loan of approximately, small business loan, SBA loan of approximately a 125K, 30-year term, low payment. So he's like, do the math. That means if we traded at nothing more than our net cash value, the stock would be trading at $22 per share. This guy's crazy, man. I don't think I've ever read like a letter to stockholders just trying to convince people like this that they should buy more. It seems very sketchy. Very sketchy. But anyways, it is ripping. Yeah, he's like, just do the math, bro. Yeah, that guy's crazy. But anyways, this thing's up at 1350 now. 1350. $13.50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. No way. Let's check out the, what's the float on this? It's got to be small. So Verb, 730K float. So micro float. Yeah, I think he's definitely pumping and dumping. Verb is extended, yeah, pre-market. This definitely has a good chance at that classic, pre-market pump, and then just a straight dump at the open. But we'll see. Somebody is saying there's a high short float on this, so let's take a look. I'm going to jump in FinViz. Their short float is only 0.95% actually, so no, it's not a lot. I don't know where he's getting his information. So yeah, you always want to cross-reference your information, even if you are in highly reputable chat rooms, because some people, a lot of times the noobs, like the new guys, they tend to just throw stuff out there without actually doing their due diligence, and a lot of times the information is wrong. So you always want to cross-reference, make sure that's correct, because this guy was saying the float was different than what it actually was, and the short float is 188%. It's just not correct, at least what I'm seeing. So you always want to do your due diligence. This is your responsibility always to find the right information. Verb is just going parabolic, just absolutely crazy. This is nuts. This is nuts. The CEO is pumping the stock price. Can we reclaim this previous topping tail here at 16? $18.95, 19, somewhere in there. 23. He says this thing should be trading at $22. So, if this thing goes to $22, heck, man, I should have been trading it, I'm going to be trading it at the open. Right now, it's just right now, I could trade it with the limit orders because it is pre-market. But man, if a lot of times, I go to do that limit orders pre-market, and I don't get filled because it's moving so fast. And if it's coming down, I'm chasing the book down. I'm chasing the order book down, and it's just getting lower and lower and lower, and it's not filling me. That tends to happen sometimes. So that's the only reason why I don't trade pre-market as often. So maybe I should sit tight here for the open. Have any of you guys been trading this? Maybe we can see a dip here. I would take this dip here at the open, but pre-market probably not, because I just can't get out fast enough. Even though it is extended, we could still see that pop through the high. We're going to hold here. Did see some green in the tape. 14.22. Under 14, it could be coming down. A lot of people I know have been trading this. Nice. I did take one trade on it pre-market. I took one trade on it pre-market here. You guys can't see because of the thing, but I had my 1 share test and then went ahead with 50 shares and at 11.51 out at 11.96. So a nice 45-cent trade there. Only on 50 shares though. Only on 50 shares. But a good nice warm up, to start the week, start the day. That was right here for the breakout. So, came up and test sort of the highs here. We got a micro pullback to the $0.50. I sent out the bid order at 11.50, got filled. Got filled at 11.51. And then caught the push to 12, selling on the ask. Selling on the ask for the push to 12, which was good. It was good. I do have a little FOMO though. So Verb extended here coming into the open, but I will probably be focusing on this one. I think a lot of traders are going to be looking at this one as our leading gapper. It's a micro float under 1 million. We do have news saying the CEO is saying that the stock should be trading at $22 a share, guys. Just do the math, bro. Just do the math. Our loan is, 3.75%. It's a small loan, only 125K. We got 17 mil in the bank. That's what they're saying. And we should be trading at $22 a share. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this catalyst, but it is moving. And I probably will be just trading it. Obviously, I'm going to be cutting those losses quickly, like always, because it's clearly a pump and dump. So at any point, this thing could reverse and just hit the depths. So straight down, halt down, pending news, offering, they're going to pump it and then they're going to do another offering. You already know how it is. But anyways, XPON is our next leading gapper. XPON, let's take a look. Let's take a look at XPON. Man, I feel like we've traded this so many times. It's been popping up so many times this year. I feel like the stock is always on the gap scan. Always on the gap scan. Yeah, Verb top and tail on the 5. Yeah, we need that 5-minute pullback. XPON. So XPON, are these stocks? Somebody's gonna have to check because I wasn't able to get into my Charles Schwab for some reason. But if these are marginable or not marginable on Charles Schwab, if someone could check, that'd be sweet. Anyways, yeah, XPON. We have news. We have news here on XPON. No news. No news on XPON. Why are we up? A sketchy stock. A sketchy stock up on no news. What's the float? What's the float here on XPON? Let's take a look. 550K. That is so small. 550K float for a $4 stock. That is super small. Verb is a 700K float for a $13 stock. So it's trading like more than 3x higher price than XPON. Holy shit, I almost just spilled my coffee. That would have been a disaster. All over my computer. That would have been bad. But anyways, yeah, XPON will be able to trade a lot of shares because it's a cheaper stock and it's a 500K float. So this doesn't need news. It doesn't need news. The news in itself is a 500K float. It's very rare that we get, stocks with 500K float popping up. And most of the time when we do see it, it doesn't need news. It just ends up ripping because the supply is just so tight. Good morning. No Edgar database filings today. Do you think that will prevent offering from happening because of Columbus Day? Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, it is possible. It is a bank holiday for Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day. So if you guys are on a cash account, you won't get those funds settled from Friday until tomorrow. But yeah, I wonder if that's going to prevent any offerings from happening. I don't think so. I think they can still announce it even if it doesn't go through. Like it won't go through until a future date. But if they announce it today, you know, because they want to take advantage of their stock price, they can certainly do that. But scheduled at a further date, it's certainly possible. So there's always a risk of that. Yeah, so XPON, let's check out these levels here. Don't have any news on it. So the major level I'm going to want to see break here is the level of 440. This is the higher end of the range. Higher end of the range. And then I'm going to want to look for the highs here at 480. I can probably get rid of most of this stuff here, actually. Let me redo that. So 440 or 439, somewhere in there. It doesn't have to be exact. Cash count here, bummed out that you can't trade. Yeah, that is the downside. If you used all your cash on Friday, you won't be able to trade today because the cash will not settle today for the bank holiday of Columbus Day. So here's our range. I definitely want to see it above. I want to see it above VWAP actually. We're getting above VWAP. I want to see it consolidate above VWAP and then see that break of 440 and squeeze up to 480 and beyond, to infinity and beyond here. But do have our next level up here around 550s. $630. I don't think we're getting up to 9 and 10, so I'll keep these here just so I don't have so many dang lines on here. But yeah, I think we have a potential here. And I think we have a potential here to at least, don't quote me, you know, nothing's guaranteed, but I think we have a potential to hit 550. I think we have potential to hit 550. That's a good conservative target here for a 500K float. Sometimes 500K floats, this thing could, heck, by the end of the day, this thing could be trading at $20, $30. Definitely can happen. But, you know, conservative target, not sure how hot this market is. You know, 550, we can break out of this range, squeeze up to 550, maybe hit 560, 570, and that's it. That's all. I think that's much more likely that we could see something like that today here on XPON. But we'll see. We'll see. It definitely can go much higher than that. That's for sure. But I don't want to have any crazy expectations. So once you start having some crazy expectation, thinking that the stock has to go to the moon, you know, if you think it has to go to the moon, then, you know, before you know it, you're trading way too aggressively, way too high, and you ended up getting dumped on. All right, so we got about 8 minutes as you guys are tuning in your own trading. Make sure you drop that like, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to be watching Verb here. We'll be in the sim today, always learning. Yeah, that's a good attitude. Good thing, good thing, good thing. Verb's holding up kind of nice here. All right. What are you guys watching here for the open? What's your main watch? What is your main watch? X-Pawn red to green. Yeah, I think X-Pawn is definitely going to pop at some point. I think it's going to depend if Verb continues at the open, and if it just squeezes through the high. I think X-Pawn is going to struggle here breaking out of this range. But if Verb at the open dumps, let's say we see a halt down or just like fades like really strongly, no bounce, no red to green, no nothing, then I think X-Pawn is just going to start mooning. But I don't think we're going to see like X-Pawn and Verb at the same time just completely ripping unless Verb halts up. If Verb halts up, then I think all of that attention is going to shift temporarily over to X-Pawn, and I want to shift my attention with that. But I think we have a higher chance of actually seeing X-Pawn maybe halting up because it's a lower price, and it's even a smaller float than Verb. And if X-Pawn halts up, then I think everyone's going to be shifting away from Verb and over to X-Pawn. So it looks like we had that little reverse head and shoulders here in the 1 minute, breaking out now. 5 minute chart still looking really good. Definitely extended on both time frames. 1 minute and the 5 minutes. The 200 EMA on the daily will not come into play here today on Verb. Okay. Looks like a lot of people are having trouble today with getting their accounts unrestricted from Charles Schwab because they did go over their cash balance trading a non-marginal stock on Friday. And since today is a bank holiday, on the system it says that they have no cash available to trade, no settled funds. For me, it says I have 4K of settled funds, but I have a margin account, so I should be good. I don't know if I can trade over 4K though. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm going to try to take, bigger size over 4K and see what happens. But yeah, it's quite interesting. A lot of people are restricted. They're trying to get that unrestricted from Charles Schwab and having a hard time. All right, so good luck, guys. Gonna be watching Verb and XPON or my main watch. I think we have some good potential today. Hopefully to kick off a fire week and get some nice green. Finally, just feeling some nice green. I'm feeling good. I think we can end good today. And, you know, always staying positive. So good luck, guys. Stay calm, cool, and collected. Follow your risk. And I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace.